A national simplicity study conducted by Schick Intuition reveals that 3 out of 4 women say they have at least one girlfriend who needs to simplify her life. Here to help us clear out the clutter and make room for what matters most is relationship expert Ashley Howe. Good to have you here, Ashley.
Thanks, Val. Nice to see you.
Now, I'm a mom, so I'm as guilty of this as anybody else. Most women tend to put ourselves last, don't we? How does that affect us?
Well, women are very good at that, what you just said. So women are master multitaskers. They are very good at giving their all at work, giving their all at home, keeping up social networks. And all of these things are good. The only time it becomes a problem is when we sacrifice ourselves, so there's a cost to taking care of everybody else. And that's when you see a bit of an imbalance, and that's where the disadvantage comes in.
So do women's beauty regimens tend to suffer as a result of this imbalance?
Absolutely. So it's often the very first thing to go. 3 to 4 women are taking on so much more than they can handle. So what happens is they make sure that their kids look the best they can look. They make sure that their house is spick and span. Their partners look the best that they can look, and they forget about themselves. They think, oh, well, it's just me. It's okay as long as everybody else is cared for. The problem with that is, though, when they're missing out on things, for instance, like shaving their legs, which is something that is hidden from everybody else. So
Nobody sees it.
Nobody sees it, so I'll just leave that. The problem with that is you know that you haven't taken care of yourself in the way that you would like, and what happens is that offers you that imbalance where things become a disadvantage for you and your stress levels go up. So when you're taking care of others at your own cost, that's when there's a problem.
Well, we're glad you're here then. What are your solutions for us?
Yes, well, I mean, 42% of women have products in their bathroom that they don't use. 33% of women feel overwhelmed by the products they do have. So what's happening is when we see all these products in the bathroom that we know we should be using and we should have time for, and then we don't, we just end up feeling badly about ourselves, right? So we have to get really efficient with the products that we use so that we can use our time wisely and get finished with that beauty regimen in the morning.
Well, yeah, and I use a razor like the Schick Intuition, and it's great because it's the only razor out there that lathers and moisturizes while I'm shaving. So I don't have to use body wash or shaving gel or soap or any of those things. I just add water, so it saves me so much time. And also it's great for first-time teenage shavers too, because they're just getting used to that. Are there any other things we can do?
There's foundations that have powder included in that foundation, so that's a one step before you put your makeup on. There are moisturizers, body moisturizers and face moisturizers that include SPF, so we're not also putting on our sunscreen. So according to the Simplicity Survey by Schick Intuition, 40% of women say simplifying means removing the things that cause stress in their lives. So there's so many ways to do this. So one way is to be offensive about clutter in your life as opposed to defensive. So make sure the clutter doesn't build up in the first place.
Even our inboxes get cluttered now.
Absolutely. So we've got all kinds of ways to reduce that clutter. So the first thing that you just mentioned is emails. We have emails coming in at us all the time. It's really important to prioritize those emails, flag the ones that you must respond to, forget about the rest. Other things you can do in your house, in your environment. So for instance, I say 1 day a week, make sure that you are donating, have a donate bag, and go through your house and say all the things that I haven't used this month or last month, I'm donating. So make sure that you're not just responding to when clutter builds up and it's out of control. Make sure it doesn't build up in the first place. So right before you go to bed at night, use 10 minutes, go through your house and just remove all the clutter that has accumulated just that day so that you're not ending up with a huge pile at the end of the week.
I can't wait to start implementing these great ideas
Exactly.
and have a simpler life myself. Thanks,
That's
Ashley.
right. Thank you.
To find out more about how to simplify your life, go to betterlivingtv.ca/Schick.